Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about prokaryotic versus eukaryotic cells, so let's get started. So when it comes to cells, there are two main categories of cells. They differ in structure, their complexity, and even how they evolved into what they look like today. First, we're going to start with prokaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells look similar to this. They have no nucleus, and the DNA is found in a place called a nucleoid, which is right here. Now, there are no membrane-bound organelles in a prokaryotic cell, and they're also a lot smaller than other types of cells, normally around 1 to 10 micrometers. Some examples of these types of organisms that contain these types of cells are bacteria and archaea. There's another type of cell called eukaryotic cells, which humans have. They have a true nucleus, which looks like this, with DNA inside. They do have membrane bound organelles, and they're much larger than prokaryotic cells, around 10 to 100 micrometers. Some examples of organisms that contain these cells are animals, plants, fungi, protists, and so on. So the key differences between a prokaryotic cell and a eukaryotic cell is the location of the DNA. One of them have the DNA located in the nucleoid region, and then the eukaryotic cells have the DNA located in the nucleus. Prokaryotic cells do not have any membrane-bound organelles, but eukaryotic cells do have many membrane-bound organelles that function together within the cell. Prokaryotic cells are a lot smaller, and eukaryotic cells are a lot larger, between 10 to 100 micrometers, while prokaryotic cells are around between zero point 0.1 to 10 micrometers. And finally, prokaryotic cells are much simpler than eukaryotic cells, which are much more complex. Some key similarities between these two cells are plasma membranes. They both contain plasma membranes. They both have a cytoplasm, and they both contain DNA and ribosomes. So, in summary, prokaryotic cells or prokaryotes are simple cells. They have no nucleus and no membrane bound organelles. Eukaryotes are more complex. They do have a nucleus and they have many membrane bound organelles, but both also share basic cell structures like a plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and DNA, and ribosomes. So, in the next video, we're going to talk about or look more closely into prokaryotic cells and their structures in detail, such as cell walls, nucleoids, ribosomes, and surface features. That's it. Thank you.